Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome to GamrNewz for March 2021. Yeah, pretty crazy, isn't it? It's just a crazy time. Crazy. We got a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be a crazy month, I know that. And there's going to be a whole list of whack things to get through. So let's get to it. First, I want to thank a bunch of commenters. Awesome, huh? Commenters, of course. There's been all kinds of comments, suggestions, tips, just general feedback, even saying hello, being left on videos. And before the channel gets way too big and I won't be able to do it anymore, I at least wanted to be able to say hello to some of the folks out there. Of course, a couple of mentions. Gaming Gargoyle and Bone 13 Gaming are a couple of channels that I noted before, and They play different genre of games than I do, except that we kind of have this common thing with Mr. Prepper, right? So, I'm sure we're all going to be pretty excited when March 18th happens and we get to play that game for reals. I also want to shout out to the following Mike. Mike, what's up? An OG from Minecraft days is there. Patrick and Mathis, Stonehenge, Mr. Houston, what are you doing? Gregory, Crazy Mammoth, Stewart, Keto, Jeb, Adelaide, Shrubman, Only Coop, Lonnie, Bunny, M. Ambient, Ford, Douglas, Changing Times, Rico Z, GRO, Remco, Kid River, Bob, F, and now EFE. There's a couple different ways I'd say that, but anyway, let's carry on. Bryden, 4 dots YT, Black Dragon, Whitehawk, and Pandora's Box, and Subham, and several others that I may have missed the names just because they're scrolling off my list now. Thanks for the comments. I do appreciate it. Sorry if I didn't pronounce it right. I do try my best, but I'm a crazy Canuck with a crazy accent, and I do crazy things, so I may not get all the words right, and nobody ever does. That's just the way it is. Crazy dentist. Hello, root canal. It was a crazy week there for about a week. Woke up with a little bit of a toothache, and then woke up with a lot of toothache, and that was bad. Kind of cut into my it definitely cut into my gaming recording time, because of course first your mouth is really all swollen and sore and stuff, you can't record and talk, and then of course after they fix it, all the drilling and the digging and the things, of course for a couple of days you ain't doing no talking, but we got through that. I'm still a little bit on the mend. Well, you wouldn't know it because I'm I'm a handsome devil on the mic, but we're a little bit on the mend. We'll see how it goes, and we'll just they're keeping an eye on it for infection and all that stuff. We're gonna see how it is. That of course brings us to today's background. Of course, today's background is being brought to you by the Dyson Sphere program. The oil planet basically is what it's being given to you. You're also getting to see a few scenes here shortly on a future episode of the Rift Breaker Prologue series. That's right. That's a mini series, of course, which a five series mini series on that game. I really like that game. I'm just keeping an eye on it. It's very alpha. Like I said, there's not a whole lot on that game, and so I'm keeping an eye on it, but I gotta, we got to play the prologue. If I get to play anything else, you'll get to know about it. So that's what's going on with the backgrounds and the games today there in GamrNewz. I'm sure it will switch over to the pew-pew-pewing of the secret scene coming up a little later in some episodes of Rift Breaker, because that's, it gets pretty exciting when all the guns are shooting pew-pew-pew. It's pretty crazy stuff. This is a busy game month. Let's get to that. Obviously, in the Dyson Sphere program next, 200 rockets are getting closer all the time. I suspect within about a week of this, could be big numbers. Watch out, right? It's going to be pretty crazy. Of course, the other thing is mods are now installed. I'm only using a few mods because, of course, mods, especially in an early access game, the whole 9 yards, can break a game really hard, and we don't want to lose too much. There's the pew pew of the guns, by the way, in Rift Breaker. We're going to cover that in a second. So, of course, I've only got a few mods installed, and these ones are all around quality of life, right? Making sure we can get big factories down in the shortest period of time because, after that whole oil build of over 1,000 factories and the amount of time it took, I knew then I had to find a way to make that better, and that's what's going on. So, I would suspect we're going to be shooting a couple 100 rockets here in about a week. It's going to get pretty exciting. We're going to go a couple places and put down some Dyson spheres, that's for sure. Let's move on to Rift Breaker Prologue. Oh yeah, Rift Breaker. Boom, boom, pew, pew. That's right. A good bug is a dead bug. That's right. It's got to go. And of course, any Starship Troopers fans out there, well, if you're old like me, okay, that's fine. Of course, that game has just got bugs written all over it. Now, the prologue by default comes with that one default map, but there's a modding community for it. For the prologue at that, right? And I think there's a mod out there that allows you to generate a random map. And I thought I might try to give that a try here. We're going to see how that plays out. I'm still collecting information on that, so we'll see what happens. Of course, we're kind of putting in a fill game here, and of course, I'm trying to play that for more episodes. And again, I'm still keeping an eye on that game because I do enjoy that game. I think it's pretty fun. We'll see how it goes. Big releasing news. On the 16th of March, Satisfactory Update 4 arrives. Now, I thought they might hold it to the 19th because that would be their anniversary, but I can see why they're doing it on the 16th just because the release schedule, that's a Tuesday. Any major issues they have, they then have the rest of the week to try and work them out before the weekend hits, right? Because you don't want to be working on no weekend. That's a bad thing, right? In the programming world anyway, right? It's just a thing. So in this particular case, so it's March 16th. We are, and just like with Mr. Prepper, just like with the Dyson Sphere program, on the release day, I will be hitting it hard, and I hope to post at least 3 videos that day on Satisfactory, if not more, because that's the way we do release day around here. I tend to play the game as much as I can that day. Posting videos on it all throughout the day, and then I put it into a schedule. Now, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with a schedule with Satisfactory, because of course, obviously, we have Dyson Sphere program running, and we'll soon have Mr. Prepper running as the main weekday schedule stuff. But I will see what we do with Satisfactory and get it into some kind of schedule. So just don't go crazy with me on it. The goal is going to be 5 turbo motors, and if quantum computers are in there, then it will be 5 quantum computers. Otherwise, it will be 5 supercomputers per minute. And again, don't hold me to the number. If I get 1 and 1 per minute, I'll be happy. But and no, I am not doing 50 turbo motors a minute. That is just not going to happen. But I will definitely be shooting for 5. For sure. Why not? We got to pick a number somewhere, and 5 turbo motors and 5 quantum computers is going to be it. So that's where we are with that. Now, 2 days later, on March the 18th, Mr. Prepper arrives. I know. Like I said, March is going to be a crazy month. So on the 18th, Mr. Prepper arrives, and sure enough, that's going to be another bigger release day, right? This is where we try to play the game all day. I try to post as many videos as I can that day, and then, of course, it's going to get put into the schedule. And then, of course, we'll be, between Satisfactory being brand new and Mr. Prepper being brand new, and Dyson Sphere going on, I might have to fit 3 of them into a weekly schedule, so I'll see how it goes. We'll take it as it is, right? But it's definitely going to get it will get its release day blitz, because that's what I do here. When there's a game that I want to play, and it's definitely on a release thing or something like that, it gets a blitz day, and that's what we do here. So keep an eye on that community tab, because let me tell you, I'm going to go crazy between the Twitter and the community tab. It'll be a busy month. And this is the crazy thing. At the end of the month, I have a surprise game. That's right. So at the very end of this month, so literally it'll be like 12 days after that, another game drops, and I will be just a couple of days before it releases. I will be doing an announcement on the game. And again, it's going to get the drop treatment, right? We're gonna bring the hammer to the clowns and all the stuff. And of course, I'll announce that that day will arrive, and it will do a thing, right? It will get all the attention that day, and we'll see how it goes. But I mean, that makes for a busy month, right? And I'm not even going to do my update. My mid-month update until after the 18th, because between the 16th and the 18th drops of Satisfactory and Mr. Prepper, it'll just be easier for me to wait until like the 19th or the 20th to drop my mid-month update, to kind of get a little feedback on how those days are going, because my brain will probably be scrambled. As always, be sure to keep an eye out on the community tab. On Thursdays, of course, I will be posting the weekly schedule. And at the same time, I'm now also going to post that schedule to my Twitter account. Of course, the Twitter accounts, as you can see on the headliner of the when the video starts of each video, as well as on the main video channel itself on the headliner at the top. You can always find my Twitter and Instagram addresses up there to keep an eye on what's going on. With that, be sure to hit the up button, the thumbsy thing, the thumbsy thing, always helps out the channel. I can always use a little help because, some days are pretty crazy days, and it always makes you kind of feel a little good, especially if it's been a hard working day and some stuff like that. You come home and you say, hey, you know what? People are liking that video. That makes me feel good. That makes you, want to say, all right, you know what? Even if it was a hard day, I'm going to take another hour. I'm going to get another video done. And that's what you do, right? With that, I'm Max. This has been GamrNewz for the beginning of March 2021. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.